Hi there, today we're going to look at the AKG Podcaster Essentials kit. Included in this kit we've got the AKG Lyra USB microphone, and you also get a set of K371 AKG headphones. You also get some software with it as well to get it working. You can use it for so many different things like podcasting. You can do it for audio and video. You can get it for music production, and it's pretty good for game streaming as well. Included in the box as well, you get record and produce with Ableton Live 10 Lite production software. You also get some learning techniques through Berkeley Online, and there's also a dual headphone adapter. Cool. So we'll be able to plug in two headphones at once. Let's get it open and have a look at it. Okay, so that'll be the dual headphone adapter they're talking about. Right, cool. So you can also buy these separate. So this is just a wee package just put together. Let's start off with the Lyra first. Let's get this out of the way. So, okay. So it says plug and play, easy to go. Instructions, we'll have a look at that later. Okay. Well, it is well packaged together, I must say. Okay, so what you've got is USB-C, USB-A. Make sure you don't miss that there's actually a wee mic thread in there as well, but it is well stuck in. Just a thread adapter. First off, it's got a bit of weight to it. It's a metal base. The microphone itself is kind of plasticky, but it's okay. But pretty sturdy metal base, quite like that. So USB-C, I believe, yeah, so it's a USB-C connector at the bottom. What you've also got is a headphone adapter as well. So it'll connect to your laptop through your standard USB cable. Assuming you'd be able to use a USB-C to USB-C cable as well. We'll test that out. So at the front, what we've got is there's actually a switch for 4 different patterns on this. This is what's unique about the Lyra, is it's actually got 4 pickup patterns that you can choose from, depending on how you're going to use it. So if you're just using it like I'm using this now, it picks up just from the front. You can also set it so it picks up from the front and back. So if you're sitting talking to somebody else, it picks up both of you. And then there's another setting which gives you 4. So it's actually it's tight stereo here and tight stereo at the back. So pretty much you can get a surround sound or 4 people getting over. Now there's also one wide audio, which is if you're sitting with 2 people, or you want a wider pickup pattern at the front, you can pick that up. Assuming they're really good if you're doing an interview sitting beside each other, or you're doing a bit of a performance as well. And there is also a mute button, which comes in handy. It seems like you can just get positioned quite well, tighten it up at the side. The microphone does get detached from the base, Now I'm finding that a wee bit tricky to undo, but it's come undone. Yeah, so means you can actually put it onto a mic stand, boom mic, normal one. So that's where the adapter comes into play. Stick that on and you can stick it onto any microphone stand. But for our purposes, we are going to stick to keeping it on here. So instructions always come in handy. AKG Lyra microphone, USB-C to USB-A, and we've got a 3/8 inch microphone stand adapter. Okay, so compatibility for your PC, Windows 8 or higher, Mac OS 10.7 or higher, Android 9.0 and higher, and iOS 10.0 and higher, assuming that you can then just plug this straight into a phone as well. So let's have a look at the Akg K371 headphones. Look quite nice. They're foldable as well, and there's 3 cable options that come with it. Excellent, let's have a look. So, well, they feel quite nice. Very nice and soft ears, easily adjustable. I like these actually. They feel really nice and comfy. Ooh, nice. So, unique connector there. Looks like a wee 3-pin. Let's have a look at what else we get in the pack. So your standard headphone adapter. And then we've got a lovely pouch, which you can keep the headphones in, but also full of cables. I like that. That's a nice case. It's also, the case is fabric inside, keep them in good condition. So we've got a 1.2 meter mini XLR 2 headphones. And then we've got a 3 meter version and another 3 meter version with a coil, which I do like. Very, very handy. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, I prefer these myself. Now, the way that you connect it is USB from here goes into the laptop. There's also a headphone adapter, so you can actually monitor what you're hearing on your headphones as it's going to the PC. Now let's get it hooked up and try out and see what it sounds like. So the USB-C will just go into the base of the microphone, and you've got the mini XLR that'll go into the headphones, and the headphone socket at the base of the mic. Now I'm going to switch over, so we're just using the sound for the AKG mic so you can hear what it sounds like. I'm going to put the headphones on so I can hear what's happening as well. Okay, so what you're now hearing is me recording on the Akg Lyra microphone that's now. It's set up as the front pattern, so it's just recording directly in front. Let me just walk you around this. At the front there is a headphone control, so that controls what I can hear, which is handy. At the back here, what you've got is a polar pattern switch, and below it is actually the gain for the microphone. So you'll notice if I adjust that now, it's going to go right up, and if I adjust it down, I'll start to disappear and then I'll come back in. So I'm just going to set that to a nice level it's shown on my software. Literally plug and play. That it was that simple. You just have to get comfortable with what levels you're having, especially in your head. Now the patterns, so the front, what you notice is me talking this now, but if I click my fingers behind, so still picking up round the room, but mostly from the front. Switch this over to front and back. You'll suddenly hear that over here, exactly the same. So you'd really want to position it if I'm talking to somebody in front of me, like that. Now that's really, really handy because you're not going to have to buy two microphones. Obviously you get a wee bit more of the room on that. You do notice when I'm touching it, you can hear a lot of things happening. Tapping the floor as well. So maybe best to put it on a suspension boom arm or something, I think, on this. Now if I take it over to the tight stereo, which is actually a tighter left and right at the front here, the sound, you'll notice at the back is it way down, and I've actually got a left, right. Now, really good if you're playing an instrument or you've got two people sitting here. I'll get a winder. If I switch that between the tight audio, so that's me in the tight audio, and if I switch it over to the front, so that's just the front normally, a wee bit more in your face, tight audio, a bit spread out. And then the last setting is wide audio, wide stereo. And what that is now there is 4 patterns. So you can pick up here, 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 and here, which allows you to put this in the middle of a table and get a bunch of people picked up. Obviously you're going to get more of the room, but that's a good feature. Again, you don't have to then get multiple microphones for everybody. You get less control, you get more room, but for a cost-effective mic like this, really, really handy. Majority of the time you're going to be using it on front, so let me put it back to that. Okay, now in terms of the other feature, there's a mute button on it. And there we go. What I did find there is if I just press it, it doesn't happen. You have to actually hold it down hold it down for a second for it to go into mute, and the same to unmute it. I guess that's so you don't accidentally mute yourself, because if it's just a quick touch, it would be muted easily. I do quite like it. I think if you're in a room that's a lot more of a dead sound, then you won't pick up so much echo. Really, really handy. As you notice, you can get right into there if you want to be that intimate. From a distance, still picking up, not too much, but again, picking more of the room up. Yeah, I quite like it for the cost. What you get in the package with the headphones, this, and you get the additional software. Plug and play is a good purchase. One thing I should have mentioned as well, the headphones play back audio from the laptop, so it's not a case of just hearing what's going into the microphone, it hears back as well. So if you're on a Zoom chat, interviewing somebody, or you just want to play back while you're doing recording as well. So yeah, I mean, you can get this, record some acoustic guitar, play the acoustic guitar back, do some vocals and so on. So good for a little standard recording setup. If you're interested in anything like this, give us a shout at Audio CP.